So, morning, everyone. Yes. So, okay. Now, yesterday, so we started one project, right? So, we'll complete that application. Okay, right? So, I think you have understood like what we have done. Yes. Now, yesterday we did so this one inserting data by reading employee number, employee name, job, and one more is what salary, right? So next, what we have to do? We have to update the data. So you always do the updation by using employee number. You are doing updation by using what? Employee number. Okay. So here I'm writing a view. Sorry. So here I'm writing a view that will update the data. So what is the name of the view is update EMP. I've just taken the view name as update EMP. Okay. So update EMP, or I'll give another name because my template name is also same. So I just write here modify EMP. Okay. And this modify EMP, what will it do? It will take the request. So you are sending a request by using which method? Get method. Okay. So here I'm writing in the view only. We are writing where here? In the view only, right? Okay. So modify EMP. So in the modify EMP, what you are reading it, you are reading two values. One is request dot. Okay, request dot get. So what you are getting it here, employee number. And the second one is request dot get. Sorry. So this is a variable name, dictionary variable name, and get employee. Sorry. What is that we are reading? Select. So how many we are reading? Two details we are reading it. I think you know this. Just see the yesterday's one. Manage dot. So manage dot py. So run what here? Server. Manage dot py run the server. Now when you execute this, so this is add. Yesterday we finished this. Now this is what now? Update. So where you input the employee number and you want to update with how much salary or you want to update with what? I want to update previous salary with what? 7,000. Then you click on which button? Update. So when you click on the update button, the request is sent to one view. The request is sent to what? One view. But are you define that view? No, right? So we have to define that view, right? So now this is modify view or this is what here update view. Okay. So within this view, what we have to do now? Tell me how to update by using which method? Update method. How to update by using update method only, right? I said you can update in two ways. One is you can update it by reading which object, model object, and replace the value and save it. Read the model object, replace the value and save it. Second approach is you can use directly which method, update method of model manager. You can use directly update method of what? Model manager. So you have how many approaches for updating? Two approaches. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to update. See, what I'm doing is I'm trying to update. Yes, by using filter and update. By using filter and update, or you get the this employee details and then what? Update it. But here I'm not handling any exception. I'm not handling any exception. If you want, you can handle what here? Exception. But are you handling any exception here? No. If you want to handle the exception, what do you do it? You need to query first. You need to query. Yes or no? You need to query it. Means get method is there. Get method, what will happen? It raises what? Error. Get method raises what? Error. If the employee's number is not there, it raises error. Okay, but you can also read the details of employee using which method? Filter. You can use what? Filter. Filter it followed by some condition. And filter returns what? Query set. Filter returns what? Query set. How many ways can you get the data from table? Different methods are there. One is all, second one is what? Values. Third one is what? List values, right? So all these are different methods. Now you also have a method called which one? Filter. You also have a method called filter. What filter returns? Query set. You can also use values, no problem. But I want to read it based on the condition. Then what will I do? I'll say query set. I'm using a query set because I want to handle the error. Because I want to handle the error, right? So here, what I'm doing is I'm saying query set, query set. See here I'm not displaying any messages. We are assuming that everything is available. If you are assuming that everything is available, then just read it by using which method? Get method. So what you can do is, see here, I'm saying EMP equal to what is your model name? What is the model name? EMP model. EMP model. Your model name is EMP model dot. What is the model manager? Objects dot. You can use directly get. Okay, get employee number equal to what? Employee number. So this employee number is what? Field name. This employee number is what? Field name. This employee number is a value. Okay. It means you are reading employee details whose employee number equal to what? Given employee number. This is nothing but select query or not? Yes. Then after that, what you are doing? You are trying to update what? Salary. EMP dot salary equal to what? Salary. That's all. Now this is which instance here? EMP model instance. EMP is which object here? Model object. Then within that object, you are replacing what? Value. And after replacing the value, you are saying what? Say. After replacing the value, you just click on the, you just say which method? Say. So it means saving the salary details in the database or not? Yes. After that, it should render. Okay, you should render which HTML? Same HTML or different? Same. What is the name of that here? Result. Okay, result equal to render. Okay, render. Request comma. What is that here? Update. Update emp dot html. So update emp dot html. I'm writing a context is what? Empty, because I'm not sending any data. And then I said return result. Return the result. I just written the result. So what is the name of this? Update emp dot html. Now for this, you have to define what? URL. For this, you need to define the URL. So where I'm saying path, what is the name of this view is modify EMP. Okay, slash. Okay, slash. What is the name of the view? Modify EMP. What is the name of the view? Modify EMP. Right? So we define the URL. We define the URL for this. Then we have to link. We have to link once you click on once you click on submit button. Once you click on submit button, what you have to do? You have to send the request. Form action. Form action. You are sending a request to which view? Modify. You are sending the request to which view? Modify EMP view. You are sending the request to which view? Modify EMP view. Right? Now this is a view to which you send what here? A request. That is when the action get executed when you click on which button? Submit button. When you click on the submit button, this form is submitted to which view? Modify view, which is there at the backend or not? Yes. So what is the name of the view you are sending the request to? Modify view. Modify view is a view name to which you are sending the request. So let me check this. Okay, now I just click on the update. Now see in the backend, or you can open admin panel and you can check it. No problem. But here I'm using MySQL command line. Okay, MySQL command line. Okay, just input the details of. So what you do is, so use what is the name of the database? DB test. DB tester. Okay, DB test. What is this? Select star from. What is the table? EMP. So how many employees are there? 2 employees. Now I want to update salary of employee 1, right? Employee 1, and I want to update to what? 9,000. But what is the salary of this employee? 5,000. I just click on update. Now it has been what? Updated. Now just see in the backend. See in the backend now. Salary is updated from 5,000 to what? 9,000. Salary is updated from 5,000 to 9,000. Understood? So how we updated? We read the details. See, there are different approaches are there. Already we discussed about how to perform crude operations using a model manager, right? So this is updating. We get the details of employee and we updated salary and then what? Save. And we render this update emp.html as a part of HTTP response. So render function, what it returns? HTTP response object, and that HTTP response object written to what? Client. Now next what I want to do is, see here we are assuming that employee is there. Suppose employee is not there, what will happen? You just see. You want to update the employee who is not available. Suppose 4 is there. What is it? Employee 4 is there or not there? Not there. But are you handling? Are you handling that? No, you are not handling it. Now if I say update, immediately it is raised what? Error. But are you handle that error? No, you have not handled the error. So we'll see how to handle the error. Don't worry, compulsory you should handle error. Without handling errors, your project is not completed. Because whenever you enter wrong username password, then your program will stop. Getting or not? So compulsory exceptions has to be handled. But here we handle exception or not handle? Not handle. So when you're testing it, you try to test it by giving existing employee. Please try to see here. Does not exist at modify employee. Now you can see, read this. EMP model matching query does not exist. You have to read it. Don't just by getting this yellow page, you'll think that there is some error. My program is not running. If you read exception type, what is the exception type is? Does not exist. Exception value. What is this exception value? Model, EMP model matching query does not exists. Then based on this, you can debug it. This is called as which page? Error page. This is called as which page? Error page. Can you develop your own error pages? Yes. That is what you do in exception handling. Understood? So we'll handle it. We'll handle it. But now you try to give the number which is already what exists. Try to give the employee which is already exists, then you don't get any error. Now I'm updating employee number 2. Now is it any error? No, no error, because that employees exist or not exist? Exist. Now this 2 employee salary is what now? Updated. Getting or not? Okay, 2 employee salary is updated. Then next one is, now you have another button. And what is the name of this here? Delete. Yes, the name of this is delete. Now when I click on delete, then I should delete this employee or not. Yes, if I enter employee number 1, then I should delete. If I click on this, I should delete employee 1. If I say 2, then I should delete employee what here? 2. Then how can I delete? By using which method? So there is a, now there is one view. What is the name of this? Remove EMP. Okay, I take this name as what? Remove EMP. See, this is how you need to write the code. Understood? So you should know how to write the code. But here we are not writing any conditions. Here we are not writing any condition. We are thinking that everything is what? Available. Okay, later we'll add, later we'll see more. Later we'll see more and we'll see how to simplify this code. You can understand easily. Okay, right? How to simplify the code. You don't require to write this much code. Understood? Because we need to first start with manually, then we'll try to reduce the code by moving forward with some concepts. Okay, by moving forward with some concepts. Some beautiful concepts are there where you can reduce the code. That we'll discuss. Okay, na? But first you should understand how this code will work. Okay, na? Yes. So next, what I'm doing, I'm reading employee number, request dot get. What I'm getting here, employee number. So EMP equal to EMP model dot objects dot get. So where I'm saying employee number equal to employee number. I read this and can I delete it? Can I delete? Yes. How can I delete? Query set dot delete. EMP dot delete or what? How to delete? We have seen how to delete. What is the name of the method? Delete. EMP dot delete. EMP dot delete. Yes. I said EMP dot delete. EMP dot delete or query set dot delete. Query set dot delete. So in this case, I need to use which one? What method I should use? Builder. Builder. I am reading that employee. Then I said query set dot delete. So after deleting it, I'll say response. Response equal to render. Okay, request comma. Request comma. Now what is that HTML is? So delete what? EMP dot HTML. And here I'm not using any context values. I've not used any context values. Then written what here? Response. Del EMP here. So delete, yes. So you need to see that this will be the same. Okay, now done. Save it, refresh it. Now this is adding, updating, deleting. Employee number 2, I said delete. But actually, are you connected? No. You are not connected. You have to connect, right? You have to define what now? URL. URL for delete. So path, what is the name of this is? Remove EMP. I'm trying to give the same name. I mean, view name as what? URL. So, comma, what is the name of this view is? Remove EMP. Then within HTML, delete EMP. I should send a request. I should send a request form action. What is the name of this here? Slash remove EMP. See the URL should match here. Remove EMP. And here we connected with what? Remove EMP. It means once you click on this submit button, this request is sent to which view? Remove EMP. Okay. So now one and I said delete. Now you can see is it deleted or not. Just go to the backend and verify. Oh, deleted. Save. We have not saved. Okay. No, we have sent. Delete EMP, remove EMP. Okay. Now we have to refresh. So give the employee number, delete. Now it is send a request. Now see in the backend, is it deleted or not? Now is it deleted or not? Yes. So that employee is what now? Deleted. Right? So we send a request. See here, what is the request here? You can see in the URL. See here, you can see in the URL. What is that? We send a request. When you click on the button, the request is sent to which view? Remove EMP view with one value. What is that value? Employee number. And inside this view, are you read this employee number or not? Yes. How you read this employee number? By using request dot. What is this? Request dot get dot. What is the method? Get. Request dot get. What is the name of the parameter? Employee number. The parameter name is what? Employee number. You read this employee number or not? Yes. Are you getting or not? Right? Yes. Please try to understand this. Okay, right? Now, next is view. View means I want to list all the employees. I want to display all the employees. Okay. Then how can I list all the employees? Exist in my model or table, right? So here I'm writing definition view EMP or display EMP or list EMP, anything you can write. So which should be a meaningful. Right now, how can I get all the details? How can I get all the details? Employee model, EMP model dot objects dot all. So what this returns a list of a query set contain list of employees or not? Yes. List of model instances. List of what? Model instances. You should read those model instances and you should send as a part of which one? Response. I should read that model instances. I should send as a part of what? A response. Now here, I want to tell you something which belongs to what? DJANGO template language, right? And I said always you can send the data from view to, you can send the data from view to what? Template. How you send the data from view to template? You send the data from view to template as which parameter? Context parameters, right? Now here I'm writing render, render request comma. What is the name of the template is? List EMP. What is the name of the template? List EMP dot list EMP dot HTML comma. What you are doing? You are sending this data from view to what? Template. You are sending the data from view to what? Template. What is the template is? List EMP dot HTML. You are sending to the template as one dictionary, and that dictionary is what now? Context. Context is a dictionary. What it contain? The key. It is having a key. Now, what is a key? Any name you can give. Any name you can give, but I just give the name as what now? EMP. I just given key as what? EMP. Value as what? Query set. It means you are sending this query set to whom? Or you are sending this query set to whom? List emp.html, because I want to display, I want to insert this query set data into what? This HTML. So that is what you mean by render. Rendering is nothing but is a process of inserting which data? Context data into what? HTML, and generating what? HTTP response. HTTP response, right? So you are sending the data from where? View to which one? Template. But how you are sending it? As which parameter? Context parameter. Inside this template, your query set is referred with what name? EMP. Inside this list emp.html, how this query set is referred with what name? EMP. What is the name is? EMP. Then return. What written here? A response. So return the response now. Now just to open list emp.html. In this list emp.html, you should insert the data or not? Yes. Which data? We send data to this template or not? Yes. What is that data? Just now we send, no, what is this? Query set. What is the query set name is? EMP. Now in list emp.html, I should read which data? EMP data. What is EMP is? Query set. Query set. Query set. EMP is what? Query set. What query set contains the result of executed query, right? It contains the queries. Generally, query set contains the query. When the query get executed is generally, you might think that query set contains the result, but query set doesn't contain the result. Query set contain what? Query. When the query set get executed is when you iterate. When you iterate means when you read it by using for loop. When you read it by using what? Index. At that time, the query get what? Executed. That's the reason query set generally you call it as a lazy evaluation. Lazy evaluation means when it required, then only it will execute the query. But it doesn't execute. Now, generally people say query set contain the result of executed query, but query set doesn't contain the result. Query set, the name itself, right? Query set means it contain only query. But when the query is executed, when you read it, and how you are reading it? By calling the methods like all, by calling the methods called values, by calling the methods called what? List, values list, by calling the method like get, then it will execute that query and return the result. So that is lazy eval. Okay, now here I want to insert the data. Here I want to insert data. I want to iterate. How can I iterate? Iterate means generally you read it by using which loop? For loop. But this is what? This is Python code or HTML code? HTML code. HTML is having for loop. Is it HTML is having for loop? No, HTML is markup language. It is not a programming language, right? It is not a programming language. It is which language? Markup language. Then how can I use a for loop? Then Python is provided what? DTL. What is DTL stands for? DJANGO template language. It is provided some special tags. Okay, tag. Now I'm using a tag. What is the name of this tag is? For loop. What is the name of this tag is here? For. For is a tag. For tag, if tag, all these tags are provided by which one? DJANGO template language. By using this DTL, you can make your HTML as what? Dynamic. That is what Django tells. You don't require to know any scripting language. Getting or not? See, everything is provided by whom? Django only. Everything is provided by Django. Nothing you require. You should know only Python. You should know Python and you should know like HTML, CSS. You should know it simply, right? So for loop is there. For what you are doing, you are reading each time one row. Now each row is one object or not? Yes. For row in, what is the name of the query set? What is the name of the query set? EMP. Query set name is what? EMP, right? For loop. Which one I am using? For loop. So each time it will read one. Each time it will read one row. Each row is one model instance. Query set contain what? Model objects. Every time you are reading one model object, every time you are reading one model object, then you are saying table row, table, table what? Data. What is this row dot? How can I insert the data? How can I insert the data? Curly braces. Two curly braces is for inserting values or not? Yes. So what is that row dot? What is the field name? Alright, what is the field name? Employee number. Table data. What is the next one is? Row dot. What is this? Employee name. Next is table data. Row dot job. Row dot job. Then table data. Next is row dot salary. What is our column name? Sal. Okay, then this is for loop. Now this is a beginning. Every tag will have, tag is having beginning as well as what? Ending. What is the ending is? Percentage. What is this? End for. Percentage end for. So this is the beginning of the loop and this is what now? End of the loop. Now we inserted which code? Python code. It's just like a Python code or not? Yes. Right? So because HTML is static. HTML is what? Static. Now you are making your page as what? Dynamic. By inserting data. Dynamically you are inserting what? Data. So that is done by using DTL. Now we'll see a lot of tags belongs to what? DTL. But right now I just tell one tag called which one? For. Understood? This one you understood? What is EMP? Query set. What is EMP here? Query set. From where you send query set? You send a query set from where? View. From view you send a query set, right? With what name? EMP. With a key. And from this, is it this is a collection or not? Yes. How you iterate the objects from the collection? By using for loop. So how can I use a for loop? By using which tag? For tag. Okay, na? Yes. Very easy. Then next what I have to do? What I have to do here? URL. Create one URL. Path. What is the path is? Display. Display what? EMP. Now my view name is display view. Sorry. Display viewer will say EMP. So I just take display EMP slash comma. What is the name of this? Display EMP. Okay, then this has to be connected or not? Yes. Where should I connect? In index? Index only, right? Index? This TMP here. Index. In index, when you click on this one, right? List EMP. Index list EMP. In list EMP, where we have to connect just here. So this is add, update, delete. When you click on view, list EMP is there. But list EMP, what it is doing? I should display, right? Okay. Now what will I do is, I send a request to which one? Display EMP. I send a request to what? display EMP, not to list EMP, right? So just to open which one here? Index. So I think we have to do changes in all. What is the name of this here? Display. Display what? EMP. Display EMP. We'll check in once. Once we'll check this. Save all. If anything is there, now everything is saved. Come to this add, update, delete, and next is what? View. And not changed it. Not changed it. No, here add, update, delete. So view, but it is sending request to what? List EMP, but we have to link with an index. What is the request is display EMP. Yes or no? So we'll stop the server. So we directly click on that. Now click on this view. Now you can see this. Now this is only one employee is there, right? Employee number, name, job. Why salary is here? TR. TD this is right. So run the code and directly click on this. So how many employees are there here? Only one employee. Employee number, employee name, job, and one more is salary. Now we have to do changes in all. Wherever we use what? Navigation. This nav bar is inserted in all templates or not? Yes. In all the templates, you have to do what? Changes. Delete EMP. Now here also we have to put it as what? What is the name? Display EMP. And in index we changed it in add EMP also. We have to write what? Display EMP. Correct? Then list EMP, no problem. So list EMP also we have to change this to what? Display EMP. In update EMP also we need to change to what? Display EMP. This is the problem. So because we use the same code again and again in multiple places or not. So is it having a code redundancy or not? Yes. Now we'll see how that code redundancy can be avoided. Now we'll test it now. Okay, we are adding employees now. So just add the employees. Number one, name of the employee. So job of the employee, and then what? Salary of the employee. See, you have to develop one big project, big project like e-commerce project you have to develop. Okay, then you should think that I know Django, not just this. Okay, na? You have to write multiple. Now view, how many employees are there? 3 employees. 3 employees are there, right? Now you can say delete. Employee 1 deleted and then go to view. So that is deleted or not? Yes. Okay, right? Then if you click on search can you do it? Right? Search you do it. Now this is adding, updating, deleting and what? Viewing. Because you know a CSS, now you add some images. Understood? Now later we'll see how to upload image, how to display the image. Suppose user registration is there. What do you do it? You register with photograph. When you list all the employees, then you should display along with photographer, without photographer, with photograph. Understood? So that we'll see later. But now just try to understand how to write a code, how to write a code to perform which operations? Crude operations. This coding you understood? This code you understood? Okay. So this code, you do it everything manually. Means we write the queries by communicating with what here? Model. We write the queries by
ଶୁଖିଲା ହେଲେ
communicating with
କଣ
the
ହବ? ସେ
model.
ଉପରଟା
Right?
ଶୁଖିଲେ ସିନା ହବ।
So when it comes to the templates,
ନା
now here
ଲାଗିବ
the
କେମିତି?
problem you
ଲାଗିବ
come
କେମିତି?
across in this is there is a redundancy is there. What redundancy now? Same code, same HTML code you copied in how many templates? All the templates. Because for every page, I want one common. What is it common is navigation bar. One common thing is what your navigation bar. So I want every page should contain navigation bar. Then you copy the code again and again. Instead of copying the code again and again, so DJANGO template provided one
ମ୍ୟାଡାମ
concept
ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ
called which
କାନ୍ଥରେ
one?
କଣ ପାଇଁ ବାଡେଇଲା ତାଙ୍କ
Inheritance.
କାନ୍ଥରେ କଣ ପାଇଁ କରିଦେଲେ ତ?
Inheritance, right? So what is inheritance is acquiring the properties of parent to what? Child. So here one template can inherit. One template can inherit what? Another template. One template can inherit what? Another template. So in that case, is it required to write the same code again and again? No. What is the advantage of inheritance? Reusability. What is the advantage of inheritance? Reusability and extensibility. Reusability and extensibility. Extensibility means adding some new features. You inherit it and you add some new features. Now, child inherit properties and behavior of what? Parent. And child is also having his own properties. Extra qualities will be there or not? Yes. Child is also having his own properties, which are nothing but some extra things.
ମୁଁ
Right?
କହୁଛି ସେଟା
So
ପୁରା
we'll discuss that.
ସିମେଣ୍ଟ
Now
ଇଏ
let us talk about
ଭାଙ୍ଗି ଦିଅ
DJANGO template
ପୁରା
language.
ମାନେ ନହେଲେ ସେ
Okay, I'm
ଇଏ
talking
ଉପରେ
about
ପୁରା
DJANGO
ସିମେଣ୍ଟ ଦେଇଦିଅ
template language.
ରଡ୍
In
ଜାଷ୍ଟ
that,
କରିଦିଅ
we'll see
ଆଉ
DJANGO
ଗ୍ଲାସ
template tags, how to use if tag, how to
ଗ୍ଲାସ
use for
ଉପରେ
loop,
ଦେଇଦିଅ
how to use
ଆଉ କାଇଁ
inheritance,
ତମ ଆଡୁ
how
ଭାଙ୍ଗିବାକୁ
to
ପଡୁଛି
perform which one overriding, overriding. Let us talk about that. But this code, I'll copy it.
ନାଇଁ
Required. This code is
ସିଏ
required.
ନୁହଁ ଆବଶ୍ୟକ ନାହିଁ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ତ କହୁଛି କି ଉପର ଆଡୁ ଦେଇଦିଅ ଏଇଟା କିଏ କରିବାକୁ କିଏ ବୁଦ୍ଧି ଦେଇଥିଲା ତମକୁ କାହାକୁ
Okay, right now, see for every view, you have to define the URL. For every view, you have to define what? URL. There's no this thing like you write only one and call all the views. Huh? No, you cannot call it, right? So one person you call with one name, right? One view you call with one
କାହା
URL.
ଅଛି
So there is no one method of calling all the URLs. Getting or not? Okay. So that URLs you may give at application level or you may give it what? Project level. Because if you are writing at project level, you are finding those many, these many number of things, right? But if you write at application level, you find only at application level, but at project level, you find only one URL. Okay, at application level, you find so many URLs, but at project level, you access that application URL with one URL. So here you don't require to see number of URLs, right? Yes, but compulsory you have to define for every view. If you want to call it compulsory, you have to
ତଳ ଛାଡିଦିଅ
call it with one URL, right?
ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ ଏତେ ରୁମ୍ ବନାନ କୁନ୍ଦୁରୁ କୁନ୍ଦୁରୁ ବନାନ ଗୋଟେ
So
ଲମ୍ବା ରୁମ୍ ଛାଡିଦିଅ
now yesterday,
କିଚେନ ଟା ସାଇଡ ରେ ଇଏ କରିଦିଅ ସିନା ଲମ୍ବା ରୁମ୍ ଛାଡିଦିଅ
So here I'm copying it. Now, first, okay, but you also do the same thing.
ଏମିତି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କିଚେନ ସେତିକି କଲେ
But don't see the code. Try to write the code by your own. If any errors are there, then this is the code. Until unless no errors, don't see the code. Try to write your own code without seeing it. Try to write your own code. Okay, right? Right, very good. Yes. If you do it, it is very good, right? Yeah, very good. Right now, I just done everything. So just to refer it what we did. Now, what I'm talking about is DJANGO. I'm talking about DJANGO template language. So, which is nothing but DTL. So, DJANGO template language, right? So, what is now the question comes here? It is what is DTL and what is the use of DTL is, right? So, anyway, DTL abbreviation is very simple. DTL stands for Django Template Language, which is okay. Django Template Language, okay, which is collection of which one tags. DTL is a collection of what here? Tags. DTL is collection of tags. Like HTML means hypertext markup language. It is also collection of tags. So HTML is for presentation. DTL is also for presentation. So DTL is embedded within HTML. Okay. So DTL is which language? Which language? Embedded. It is which language? Embedded language. It is embedded within what? HTML. It is embedded within HTML. Okay, what is the use of DTL? What is the use of DTL? Tell me, what is the use of DTL? DTL is used for dynamic. DTL is used for dynamic content generation. DTL is used for dynamic content generation. Dynamic content means inside HTML, if you want to insert which code, Python code, that can be done by using which language? DTL. Ring on. See, for tag is there. Actually, for is what? Loop. For loop in Python, right? Same syntax you are using are different. Same, but it is represented as what? Tag. It is represented as what? Tag. So detail is used for dynamic content generation. So DTL provides some special tags by using which you can insert data, and you can perform which operations, programming language operations, like it provide a conditional. If you want to write condition in HTML, if you want to use inheritance in HTML, if you want to use for loop in HTML, okay, you can do all this by using which language? DTL. For example, you want